Hey guys, welcome. Final workout of the week. We've done upper and lower body unilateral movements. We're going to move into full body, but keep that unilateral focus. So we're gonna start in our warm up, arms out at our side, nice wide stance, reaching across to that opposite toe, lengthening those hamstrings, twisting at that torso, just slowly getting into some movement here, getting that blood flowing, feeling some lengthening in those muscles, and practicing that big inhale, expanding our ribs. Awesome. We'll do a couple more reps here. And then we'll just slide into some side squats. So staying in that wide stance, we're gonna go over to one side, back up to center, and then over to the other side. Good job. I will be honest with you today, the last thing I want to do right now is a workout. Woke up, there was snow on the ground, okay? It is April. What is up with that? And then our wood furnace went out, so our house has been freezing all day, and it's like gloomy and raining, and I'm just like, I don't know about you guys, but the weather, it's like an energy sucker. The kid didn't sleep last night, he was up 500 times, but I'm like, that's why I love this group. I'm like, I have to go do this video. People are counting on this video. Of course, right? But it's good because it motivates you to get out there, holds me accountable to get the workout in, and I know once I do it, I will feel better after. One more. Coming up to that standing position, we're gonna go into those hip circles. When you don't have the energy, I like to do like the 10-minute rule. So like when you feel like crap, you don't want to work out, be like, okay, I'm gonna go move for 10 minutes. And if you feel it, still feel crappy after that 10 minutes, call it. Your body is saying like, today I need a rest. But a lot of the times after that 10 minutes, you're like, you know what, this isn't terrible. I can get through this workout. And then by the end, you feel good, hopefully. But yes, I'm very grateful today to have this group and to have you guys here needing these videos and doing these videos. Let's switch to the other side, because if it wasn't, I'd probably be sitting on my couch eating it. No, I wouldn't. I'd probably just be making dinner, but I definitely wouldn't be working out. And then I'd go to bed being like, regret. A couple more on this side, and then we'll go into those, what do I want to call these? To those reaches in that staggered stance. Reach all the way up to the sky. We're lengthening those hamstrings at the bottom and then reaching to the top, stretching out those upper body muscles. Sweep, that was the word I wanted. We're sweeping. One more on this side, and then switching to that other side. One more, and then let's just get into some arm circles here. Some nice big circles backwards. Warm up those shoulders. And then forward. And then we'll swing those arms out in front of us, crisscross. And we'll finish off in some squats here. So we've got those feet about hip width apart. You can angle those toes out a little bit, setting those hips down, driving up through those heels. Almost there. 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. Okay, so that finishes up our warm-up. We're gonna get into our workout, same format as that we have been doing. So grab your weights, make sure you've got water nearby, and we'll get started. Okay guys, first move. Ooh, that weight is too heavy. No, thank you. Not today. First move, we're going into a staggered stance. I lost a dumbbell somewhere. Anyway, staggered stance squat. So we're in that kind of B stance with the most of our weight in our left leg. We're gonna stagger kickstand that right foot. We've got one weight. So we're gonna go into that staggered squat, stand, and press. So we've done the staggered squat. We're gonna add that single arm shoulder press in here, okay? We're gonna do that twice. We're gonna switch over to the other side, and that will be our first move, okay? 5 seconds left. Weight is in our right hand. Staggered foot is right, right, and right. Here we go. 3, 2, and 1. Deep down into that squat, drive up into that shoulder press. Inhale down, exhale, and press. Good job. We are here for 45 seconds. We're gonna take a 15-second rest and then get back into it. Remember, we're gonna stay on this side twice. Keep that core engaged on that shoulder press. Protect that lower back. We don't want that pelvis tilting forward and arching into that press, okay? Stand up nice and strong. Think about that alignment. And rest. We're gonna take 15 seconds here. Oh, glad I went down a weight there. And do that one more time on this side. And then we're gonna switch over to that other side, same thing. All right, here we go. Staggered stance, squat, 3, 2, and 1. Nice and deep, up and drive. Feel the burn in that shoulder. If you're not, that's your sign. Go a little heavier if you've got that option. Good job. Last time on this side, we've got about 10 seconds left. Get those last reps in. Good work, so close. One more, and rest. Okay, we're gonna do 15 seconds and we're gonna take that over to the other side. So we're staggering the other way. Weight is over on our left side this time, or the opposite of whatever you did last time. Same thing on this side in 3, 2, 1. So we're sinking nice and deep in that squat, drive up and press. Feeling that core working here. We've got that weight throwing off our balance, that staggered stance. All these things that are gonna help build stability, balance, and build a stronger core on top of the lower body muscles and shoulder muscles we're working in this exercise. Good work, guys. We're just about there. Last rep and rest, 15 seconds. One more time on that side. 3 seconds left in that rest. Let's rack that weight. Here we go. In 3, 2, and 1. Nice and deep in that squat, up, and push press. Push that weight up overhead. Checking in with that posture every few reps. Remember, when we're pushing that weight up, we don't want to be going like this, okay? Just keeping that alignment, head over ribs, over hips, pressing straight up. Nice strong core will help you from going like that, pulling in those ribs. We don't want those ribs flared out. Almost there. One more, whew, and done. The shoulders are feeling that one. Okay, first exercise is over. First block is done. Good job. All right, guys, second move. We've got a staggered stance. Good morning. So we can rack that weight on our shoulder or neck there if we want. You can also do this without a weight. So staggered stance. Let's take that right foot. Staggered. We're going to send those hips back. Drive those hips forward. Step out to a lateral lunge and back to the start, okay? So stagger good morning, out to that lateral lunge, okay? Twice on that side, don't do this. Don't rest your weight like this, this is not safe. Okay, we've got 10 seconds left in our rest. Here we go, into that good morning. 3, 2, 1. We're sending those hips straight back, nice neutral spine, driving forward out to that lateral lunge, and back to the top. Into that good morning, out to that lateral lunge, and then back to the top. Good job. Remember that good morning is not a squat, okay? We're not squatting down, we're sending those hips backwards, okay? Really good posterior chain exercise here. So we're working all those back muscles, so our glutes, back, all of that good stuff. To that, out to that lateral lunge, pressing back up. For that modification, you can take this weight out, you don't need the weight, and rest, okay? 15 seconds, you can take that weight off, rest, no weight, weight, whatever you'd like. With the modification, in the good mornings, we just have our hands behind our ears into that good morning. I'll demo here. Second time, 3, 2, 1. Staggered stance, out to that lateral lunge. Back up. Hinge. Squeeze those glutes as we push those hips forward, stepping out to that lunge. Inhale as we bend. Exhale, squeeze. Out to that lunge. Good job. Feel those glutes really activate as we push those hips forward, stepping out to that lunge. If you're struggling with that lunge, don't go out as far, don't sink as deep. That's how we can modify that one. One more and rest. Good job, we're done on that side. We're gonna head over, do that same thing on the other side. So we're staggering that opposite foot this time, stepping out to our left side or the opposite of what you did last time. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Think about keeping that weight in that right foot. Drive those hips forward. You're really gonna feel it in that glute. And then out to that lateral lunge. Awesome work, guys. Push back up. Try not to lock out that straight leg, okay? Not knee, don't lock it out. Keep a gentle bend in that knee as you hinge. Drive those hips forward, out to the side, and rest. 15 seconds. We're gonna do that one more time and we're done our second block. Nice deep breaths here, guys. Last time we're doing this move. Here we go. 3, 2, and 1. Staggered stance, good morning. Whew, feel it in that right glute. Out to that lunge. If you're doing this on the Friday, getting those workouts done before the weekend. No idea what the weather looks like for this weekend, but hopefully get outside, enjoy some movement outside this weekend. It always feels good to have your workouts done before the busyness of Saturday and Sunday come. Almost there. And rest, good job. Set that weight down. All right, you enjoy your rest, grab a drink. I'm gonna demo our next exercise. So we're going to go single leg hammer curl. So with our hammer curl, remember palm is facing in like this. We're not out like this, we're turning our hand in. So we're gonna go up onto one foot if we can. And we're gonna go into our curl. Modify, just place that leg down and go into your single arm curl, okay? You don't have to put that leg up if we're not there with our balance, all right? We don't want you falling over, dropping weights on our toes. Do it if you can, okay? All right, last few seconds of our rest, so let's grab our weight. We're gonna take a big inhale. As we exhale, we're gonna raise that leg. Hold that core, hold that balance. Here we go, 3, 2, 1, into those curls. So we're inhaling as we lower, exhale and squeeze as we bring that weight up. Sometimes it helps to like find a place on the floor or on the wall you can focus on. For me, putting my hand on my belly button somehow helps with that balance. But just slow and controlled, guys. Think about activating that glute. Think about that core being engaged. And think about that foot being really planted on all balls of the foot on the floor, okay? And bring down that toe if you need to help with that balance. Like I said, we don't want to be falling over here. And rest, set that foot down. You can even set your weight down. 15 seconds, and we're gonna do that one more time on this side. Okay, here we go. Same thing in 3, 2, 1. Engage that core, lift that leg. Here we go into those curls. Staying in control of that weight. Try not to use momentum to swing that weight up. Squeeze that bicep at the top and slowly lower back down. Whoop. Can't talk and do this exercise. You might feel that right glute is on fire. That whole leg might be shaking a little bit. You're feeling that core work to help that balance. And rest. Good job. Okay, we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna do that on the other side. So we're balancing on our other foot, shifting that weight to our other side. And here we go. In 3, 2, and 1. Making sure we've got that strong balance. And then we bring that weight up. And this foot doesn't have to come, like you don't have to have your knee way up here for this. Just bringing that foot off the ground, wherever that may be, to throw that balance off, make that core work. That's what we want to focus on here. And watching that form, watching that alignment, our posture is good. Good job, guys. Feel that core getting stronger. Feel that bicep getting bigger. One more. And rest, okay? 15 seconds. Go ahead, do that one more time on this side. We've got one exercise after this, and then we're done. So here we go. In 3, 2, 1. Into that single leg position. Kids call it the flamingo. Stand in your flamingo. Good job. And again, slow and controlled movements. It doesn't matter how many curls we get in this 45 seconds. We just want to make sure that everyone counts. We're working those shoulders next, so those glutes will get a nice little break to finish it off. Keep breathing. We never want to be holding our breath through any part of the movement. One more. And rest. Okay, taking a break. We're going to need 2 weights for our final move. Make sure you grab that drink. You might want to go a little bit lighter on this last exercise. See how you feel. We're going to go into lateral raise, front raise. So we're going to do one arm at a time. So we're going to go out to the side and then out to the front. And then we're going to switch to the other side and front. Okay? Last few seconds of our rest here. Make sure you've been drinking water. Stay hydrated. Let's hit these shoulders for our last couple minutes of work. Get those weights ready. Here we go. We'll start with that right arm. 3, 2, and 1. So we're going out to the side first. We're coming out to the front. And then to the other arm. Remember, with that side raise, elbow is in front of our shoulder. It's not way back here. It's not here. We want it just slightly in front of that shoulder. Another movement we focus on slow and controlled. We're not swinging that weight up. Gentle bend in those knees, tailbone untucked, core is engaged. We know the drill. One more. And rest. I think I may have gone a little light with the weights. Making sure you're struggling on those last couple reps, okay guys? This is the last time we're doing this move. This is the last exercise of the day. So let's do this in 3, 2, 1 lateral raise, and then out to that front raise. If you've increased that weight, you're gonna notice maybe by the end that form is slipping a bit, and you're gonna start doing that hips forward, re-engage that core, stand straight up here. So close, guys. We are on the home stretch. We are almost done today's workout, almost done week 1, so close. And rest. Great job, guys. Whew. Make sure you do your cool down, get those stretches in, upper body, lower body, a little bit of everything, holding those stretches at least 30 seconds, take like 5 minutes, get it done. Great job getting to your mats today.